Mafhum. So the question the person asks is, can the Shaykh inform us of some of the names of the ulama that are credible of our time? في الوقت الحاضر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم، وأصلي وأسلم على من بعثه الله رحمة للعالمين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، هذا السؤال سؤال يسير وصعب في نفس الوقت، وأنا أعطيك قاعدة حتى تعرف العلماء، تعرف الرباني من غير الرباني. فالعلماء الربانيون هم السائرون على هدي النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم في جميع أمورهم، وهم الذين يربون الناس بصغار العلم قبل كباره، وهم ولله الحمد كثير في هذا الزمان. فممن توفاهم الله الشيخ ابن باز رحمه الله نحسبه والله حسيبه، والشيخ ابن عثيمين نحسبه والله حسيبه، والشيخ الألباني نحسبه والله حسيبه. هؤلاء من العلماء الربانيين. بل يقول شيخنا الشيخ عبد المحسن العباد رحمه الله أن هؤلاء من المجددين الذين ينطبق عليهم الحديث: يبعث الله على رأس كل 100 سنة لهذه الأمة من يجدد لها أمر دينها. وقد سمعت هذا منه مباشرة في درسه في المسجد النبوي، والله أعلم. السؤال الذي بعده.
أيوه، مترجم ثم.
نعم.
So as for the answer, the Shaykh Hafidullah, he mentioned that as for the question that is asked regarding all the ulama of this time, this era, the Shaykh said, as for the question, it is a question which can be taken to be something which is simple, but also it's something with a very difficult question. So the Shaykh said, what I'll give to you is a principle that you can use to identify those who are the ulama that are trustworthy and credible from those that are not, those that you can take from and those that you should not. So he said, as for the description of those that you can take from, one, he mentioned of their description that they are the ones that they follow the path of the Prophet ﷺ regarding all of their affairs. And they also are the ones that they guide the people, nourish the people on the small ilm before they go to the more complex matters regarding al-ilm. And also that these are the ones of the ulama. And he said that, as for those of this description, that there are many. But the Shaykh, he mentioned that as for amongst those that can be mentioned, he mentioned one, Shaykh Abdulaziz bin Baz, concerning those who have passed away in recent time, Shaykh Abdulaziz bin Baz rahimahullah, also Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen, Muhammad ibn Salih ibn Uthaymeen, and also third, the Shaykh Hafidullah, he mentioned Shaykh Muhammad ibn Nasr al-Din al-Albani rahimahumullah. And the Shaykh said also what I've heard for myself in one of the lessons of Shaykh Abdul Muhsin Abad, that he stated that he owes, meaning Shaykh Muhsin Abad, that in his opinion he owes concerning that those three that were mentioned previously, that they are from amongst the ulama they call mujaddid, those who have consulted what is the word mujaddid, who have revived the religion in this era, in this time. And he said that you can apply the hadith of Prophet Islam that relates concern that for each century you will have those who will renew the religion. It applies to these particular three. And the Shaykh Hafidullah, he mentioned, I heard this myself. Question next. Huh? What about it? You want it? Heading? Get it and come on.
هذا الأخ يسأل ويقول فضيلة الشيخ ما هي نصيحتكم في أحسن طريقة لكي نربي أولادنا خصوصا في هذا المجتمع؟
So the question is what advice can the Shaykh Hafidullah give regarding us who live in this particular environment, regarding advice regarding how we can nourish and look after our children and their well-being.
أنا ما أدري لماذا الأخوة يأتون بالأسئلة الصعبة.
So the Shaykh said he doesn't know why the brothers are bringing the more difficult questions.
على كل حال أقول لا شك أن تربية الأبناء في هذه الأزمنة صعبة جدا، صعبة جدا في البلاد الإسلامية، فضلا عن البلاد الأخرى. لماذا؟ لأنه مع هذه الوسائل، وسائل التواصل، صار العالم كله قرية صغيرة أو غرفة واحدة، فيرى الذي في الشرق ما في الغرب، والذي في الغرب ما في الشرق، كأنه يعيش معه. ولكن مع ذلك لا يجوز للمسلم أن يضعف وأن يصيبه اليأس والقنوط، بل عليه أن يستعين بالله وأن يكون ذا عزيمة. فأقول: تربي أولادك على دين الله عز وجل، تربيهم على الإيمان، على حب الله ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم، على حب الصلاة، على حب الأعمال الصالحة، وتحرص جدا على أن تعلمه القرآن، لأن القرآن هدى ونور وشفاء. فإذا أدخل القرآن في صدره مع محافظتك عليه وحثه على الأعمال الصالحة، بإذن الله عز وجل يكون سببا لثباته على الدين وحبه له. أيضا احرص على أن يكون مع جلساء، مع أبناء صالحين، أو على الأقل مستقيمين. أعطي ولدك وقتا من وقتك، أعطيه فسحة ليلعب، فإن اللعب في حياة الطفل شيء لا بد منه. لا يحس منك أن الإسلام يضيق عليه، لا يشعر هذا الشعور، لا يشعر هذا الشعور فيكره الإسلام. ولهذا افتح له الباب في المباحات مع المراقبة. وأيضا أنا أوصي نفسي وإخواني: تجعل لقاء يومي في بيتك، درس أو موعظة تعلمهم الإسلام، تنتقد الأعمال المخالفة للشرع. هناك من يفعل كذا وهذا خطأ، وهناك من يفعل كذا وهذا خطأ، وتحاول قدر الإمكان أن تجعل لهم فرصة يتكلمون معك، يأخذ ويعطي، لا تغضب عليه، وسع صدرك عليه، اجعله يتكلم، يخرج ما عنده، اجعله يحاورك، واثني عليه، أثني عليه أنت، وامدحه حتى يرغب مستقبلا أن يخرج ما عنده لك. لكن لو خاف منك لن يخرج ما عنده ويبقى في قلبه. مع أنني أحث الجميع على الدعاء كل ليلة. ادعوا بدعاء عباد الرحمن. يقول الله جل وعلا: والذين يقولون ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. احفظ هذا الدعاء وادعوا به، ادعوا به كل ليلة. الذي يضر كم يأخذ منك؟ ادعوا به كل ليلة 3 مرات على الأقل، وتر، جمع، ما يأخذ منك ولا نصف ثانية ولا نصف دقيقة، 2 أو 3 تدعو به، وحافظ عليه. أيضا قل: ادعوا ربي جنبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام. دعاء إبراهيم هذا ملخص ما أردت أن أقول، تجمع بين التربية وبين الدعاء وبين التعليم، وخاصة التعليم الحواري، يعني يكون محاورة ليخرج ما عنده. أسأل الله أن يصلح لنا ولكم ذرياتنا، وأن يثبتنا وإياهم على الإسلام، وأن يقينا وإياهم وإياكم شر الأشرار وكيد الفجار. نعم.
So as for the answer that was given, as you can see, you asked difficult questions, so we'll get long answers. طيب شيخ طويل. So as for the
كما شددتم علي وشدد عليك.
So the Shaykh mentioned, Hafidullah, regarding concern this particular matter regarding the person looking after their children. Then Shaykh he mentioned that of those things that one should be mindful of. Where did I put what? Might be getting mixed up. That this question that you asked is very difficult. Even concerning the person looking after his children in the land of the Muslim is difficult. So more so, you looking after your children in this particular non-Muslim land, even more of a difficulty upon us or upon you. So the Shaykh said, and especially in this time when you have all these forms of social media that's out there, where the world has become like one small village, it becomes more difficulty regarding the person involved in his the life of his child. So the Shaykh mentioned that of those things that can somewhat try to like Jews, that the Muslim that with all of this not to allow himself kind of somewhat to lose hope regarding him being able to be involved in the life of his child, and the person start to become relaxed regarding this particular matter and fall into these type of things, but be determined regarding trying to nourish and to guide your children and our children, and do this for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the person try to nourish and to impose upon his child regarding that the child should have love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to the Prophet alayhi salam, that the parent that also they try to teach and to educate their children regarding matters regarding Iman, that also the parent also that they try to put love and instill love in the child's life regarding establishing the salat, put love in the life of the child regarding the child liking to do good and righteous deeds. And also that he mentioned that, that I urge you as the parents, that you try to ensure that you allow your children to learn the Quran. So try to put them in some form of education where they are allowed to learn the Quran. As the Quran has been mentioned and described, that is an huda, it's a form of guidance, it's a nur, it's a light, it's shifa, it's a form of a cure. So these are things regarding the Quran. So try to learn the Quran. As the Quran, if it is placed in the heart of that child or that person, then that child becomes more inclined towards things concerning of good. Also, he mentioned or advised that also as the parents, that you put some time where you sit with your child. So give that, we said in our language, quality time. Some time is put aside just between you as the parents and your child, so that's also important. And also the person try to let his child to know of people who are good and have positive example for them. Also the Shaykh mentioned again that giving your child that quality time, as we mentioned, where you sit with your child and kind of somewhat have that type of hiwar, that type of and that type of discussion with them. And the Shaykh mentioned that let them speak, we say, freely. Let them speak freely regarding the things that concern them. Let them put it to your attention. And don't get angry, meaning you the parent, whatever may come from them, do not get upset. The things that they may say, take it, as they say, on your chin. So the Shaykh said, and also with those things, and then try to guide them through those things. Then he mentioned that also for you the parents, that you put also time aside for your children, because children that naturally that they have a love for things of game and fun. So give them the opportunity that they can do things which is fun, but you can somewhat just monitor those things. You as the parents monitor those things, but give them the opportunity that they can express themselves regarding doing things which is fun and things that they enjoy. Then the Shaykh mentioned that and also you can somewhat sit with them. Also the Shaykh mentioned that also as the parents try to put some time aside in your home that you have lesson with you and your children. So kind of somewhat try to teach them certain things about Islam, guide them and point out to them those things that are errors that are done by some. So those are the kind of conversation that one should have with one's children regarding ta'aleem and the likes. Then also of those things that he encourages us that we also do for our children, that we supplicate for them, make dua as often as possible for our children. In the parts of the night, supplicate for your children. So make use dua as a source regarding your children. Then also the Shaykh, he mentioned concerns not that dua every night, supplicate for them. And he mentioned concerning the supplication of Ibrahim regarding his children to make them righteous and upright and to stay away from evil. So make use of those things. So in summary, the Shaykh Hafidullah, he mentioned that of the things that he kind of somewhat put upon us as the parents, the guardians regarding our children, that you put at great attention regarding their tarbiyah, regarding that you are part of their life and their upbringing. Second, that you use a dua, supplication, supplicate for your children and for their betterment. Third, that you kind of somewhat involved regarding their ta'aleem and concern Islamic education. So be involved regarding their Islamic education, more so regarding the Quran and the likes. And then Shaykh Hafidullah, and also having that type of hiwar, that type of discussion between you and your child, that open discussion between you and your child. Wabillahi tawfiq. As the Shaykh mentioned, the question was somewhat one of those difficult ones.
هذا سؤال من إحدى الأخوات، ما هي أحسن طريقة لحفظ القرآن؟
So the question that is asked by one of our sisters regarding what's the best way in memorizing the Quran.
أحسن طريقة لحفظ القرآن هو أن يكون عند المسلم أو المسلمة همة وعزيمة ورغبة صادقة في حفظ القرآن. لا يستصعب الأمر يقول كيف أحفظ القرآن، يكون عنده همة وعزيمة يقول إن شاء الله سأحفظ القرآن، بإذن الله سأحفظ القرآن. هذا أمر. الأمر الثاني تصحيح القراءة على شيخ أو المرأة على إحدى طالبات العلم. المقدار يعني لو جعلت لها طريق، لو سلكت مسلكين، تصحيح القراءة ثم الحفظ، يعني تصحح القراءة تقرأ جزءا وتحفظ جزءا يسيرا. وقد ذكر بعض الحفاظ أن الإنسان لو حفظ كل يوم 5 أسطر سيحفظ القرآن بمدة ليست بطويلة، سنة أو شيئا من هذا، 5 أسطر. قال ويكرر هذه 20 مرة، يكرر هذه الأسطر 5 يقرأها ثم يعيد القراءة مرة ثانية ثم يعيد القراءة مرة ثالثة 20 مرة. وبالغد يحفظ 5 ويراجع ما سبق، وبإذن الله عز وجل سيرى خيرا كثيرا يا أخوان. بس يبدأ الإنسان، يبدأ في هذا الطريق ويسأل الله اللهم أعني على حفظ كتابك، اللهم أعني على حفظ كتابك، فيجمع بين العمل وبين الدعاء ويحسن الظن بالله وسيرى خيرا كثيرا بإذن الله عز وجل.
So as for the answer regarding the question that was posed regarding how to memorize the Quran, the best way, Shaykh Hafidullah, you mentioned that as for memorizing the Quran, then what can be said that of the first step is that the person that have this firm determination and will that they want to memorize the Quran. And the person would have that also, that the person have that inclination that they want to memorize the Quran, and that they are genuine regarding their desire in memorizing the Quran. Then also the Shaykh said also not to be of those who see it as something going to be difficult to be done, I can't memorize the Quran. Oh, I'm going to memorize the Quran. Put that aside and be firm and determined that you want to accomplish this task of memorizing the Quran and work towards it. Then Shaykh mentioned that the second step would be that the person kind of somewhat try to get his recitation of the Quran corrected first. So the first thing to ensure that you that portion it is recited correctly by you sitting with someone and that person with the Shaykh, and that person will correct your recitation according to what you wish to memorize. But the Shaykh said there is a two approach regarding that. The first step is tasi al-qira, that ensure that your recitation is correct by sitting with someone to do so, and the sister can sit with a female to do that matter. And the second step, then you can somewhat memorize the portion you wish to memorize. So the Shaykh Afdallah mentioned that of the ways that have been mentioned by the Qurra, the major reciters, they mentioned that the procedure in memorizing is as follows. One, the person try to memorize around 5 lines. Memorize around 5 lines. And those lines, you repeat them over and over at least 20 times. Then the Shaykh mentioned then the next day, you memorize an additional 5, you try to initial 5 lines, and you before this though you make muraja, you practice what you did the day before, and you follow this system every day. So the Shaykh they mentioned that's the system that has been mentioned by some, and the Shaykh mentioned that with this the person combined between 2 things: acting, doing the actual work, and also the person also Shaykh mentioned also supplication of dua. So make supplication regarding to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala regarding aiding you in memorizing the Quran. So the person kind of somewhat combine between the actual practical act of doing the procedure of memorizing and also supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
سؤال أيضا من إحدى الأخوات هي تسأل وتقول: فضيلة الشيخ، ما هو الفرق بين البدع مكفرة وبدع غير مكفرة، وهل يمكنكم أن تأتينا أمثلة؟
باختصار.
نعم.
ترجم ثم تجيب. طيب. So the question is asked from one of the akhawat that regarding can the Shaykh explain what's the difference between al-bid'ah mukaffira and bid'ah غير mukaffira. So the bid'ah that takes you outside of Islam and the bid'ah that does not take you outside the fold of Islam. And also with an example.
البدعة المكفرة وغير مكفرة ضابطها أن البدعة المكفرة كل عمل هو كفر بالله عز وجل. مثاله دعاء أصحاب القبور. من يدعو أصحاب القبور، من يذبح للقبور، من يعتقد أن الأولياء يعلمون الغيب. بدعة الجهمية القول بخلق القرآن، إنكار صفات الله عز وجل، وهي كثيرة جدا. هذه يعني البدعة المكفرة هي العمل الذي هو كفر بالله، لأن دعاء غير الله كفر، وتكذيب القرآن كفر، واعتقاد أن الله لا يوصف هذا كفر تكذيب للقرآن. الذبح لأصحاب القبور ذبح لغير الله كفر. طلب تفريج الكروبات من الأموات أو اعتقاد أنهم يعلمون شيء من علم الغيب، هذه كلها أعمال كفرية. هذه هي البدع المكفرة. والبدع غير المكفرة هي أن تكون بدعة مخالفة للدين لكن لا تبلغ حد الكفر، كما ذكرنا بالأمس، مثل من يثبت 7 صفات لله ويتأول الأخرى، وهو إنما يريد تنزيه الله بهذا، لكنه أتى الأمر من غير بابه، مثلا بدعة المولد، من يحتفل بمولد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لكن لا يدعو النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، ولا يعتقد أنه حاضر ناظر موجود، مجرد أنه يقوم بدعة المولد، نقول هذه بدعة لكن ليست مكفرة. وهناك بدع كثيرة، مثلا ناس بعد الصلاة يقومون بالدعاء الجماعي بعد كل صلاة، هذه ليست مكفرة، هذه تصح الصلاة وراء الإمام إذا كان ما عنده بدعة مكفرة. هذا هو باختصار تقريبا، لأن المترجم يقول اختصر.
أي.
بس نسيت.
So as for the answer regarding the question that was asked regarding to distinguish between a bid'ah al-mukaffara and also those bid'ah that are غير mukaffara, then the Shaykh Hafidullah, he mentioned as for al-bid'ah al-mukaffara, those bid'ah that takes the person outside the fold of Islam, he mentioned that is on any action that is a disbelief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So any act that is deemed as a disbelief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that is referred to or can be called a bid'ah mukaffara. As for examples of these, and Sheikh mentioned that there are many things that can be mentioned, as by way of example is supplication to those people who have ashab al-qubur, people who have passed away. So a person supplicating to the deceased, then this act which is a bid'ah mukaffira. Also amongst those that the person believes that the awliya who have passed away and gone and died, that this person or these individuals, they know things of the unseen. So claiming that individuals who have passed away know things of the unseen, then this also is a bid'ah that takes the person outside the fold of Islam. Also of those things regarding al-bid'ah is the bid'ah of the Jahmiyyah, of those who claim that the Quran is created, or that they negate, or that they negate all the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also this is a bid'ah that takes the person outside the fold of Islam. Also those that rejects Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sifat, so the description of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he have described himself with, if one was to reject them, then a person have left the fold of Islam. So bid'ah of that type are many regarding those that can take the person outside the fold of Islam. As for bid'ah that is considered to be that does not expel the person from the fold of Islam, then also these are many. But these acts that the Shaykh mentioned, as for these acts, that they are ones that they go in contrary to Islamic teachings and practice, but it does not reach the degree where the person have left the fold of Islam. So bid'ah that does not takes one out of Islam, bid'ah al-mukaffira, is defined as generally those acts that goes in contrary to Islam but does not reach the level or the degree where the person have left the fold of Islam. Clear? Then he mentioned after Allah the Shaykh for example of those concerning that there are many also, there's many examples regarding that by way of in summary of those that as the Shaykh mentioned that you have of those who that they affirm to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 7 of his description. So he said but not all of them. So that's a form of bid'ah that the person is still a Muslim but he has fallen into bid'ah. Also regarding the person of those bid'ah that does not take the person outside the fold of Islam is those bid'ah concerning the Prophet's birthday. So regarding the Prophet's birthday alayhi salam, that the people they do this not that they are supplicating to the Prophet Islam as a form of trying to honor him, but doing that act, establishing that act of the Prophet Islam birthday is an act of bid'ah. Also of those, so bid'ah غير mukaffira are those in generally, there are many in number that can be stated, but in generally they do not take the person outside the fold of Islam doing something which is wrong, but the person is still deemed to be a Muslim. And Shaykh mentioned and added a few more points regarding that. For example, if you find that an imam of a masjid or the imam who led in salat, that after salat that they will pray all together in a unison way, then that also is a bid'ah, but doesn't take the person outside the fold of Islam. And is generally if the person pray behind a person who is upon who is upon bid'ah, that does not take one outside the fold of Islam, your salat is still valid. Your salat is still valid even if you pray behind a person of that description.
هذا الأخ يسأل ويقول فضيلة الشيخ ما هو العلاج حسد العين وما هي الأنواع؟
أخذنا بالباب بالأبواب.
نعم هذا سؤال بناء على من أمس.
ما تكلمنا عن العين، تكلمنا عن السحر بس.
طيب.
ترجم.
As for this question that what's the question?
The question is that the brother is asking, can you please advise on the cure for the evil eye and the different types of evil eye which cause jinn possession?
العين حق كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم، قال العين حق ولو كان شيء سابق القدر لسبقته العين. لو كان هناك شيء يسبق القدر سبقته العين، لكن لا شيء يسبق القدر، كل شيء يقع بقضاء الله وقدره. وقال في الحديث الآخر صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن العين لتدخل الرجل القبر، يعني يموت بسبب العين، وتدخل الجمل القدر، تدخل الجمل يصاب بالعين فيموت ويذبح ويوضع في القدر ويطبخ لحمه. وثبت أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خرج في سفر مع أصحابه فمروا على غدير ماء. تعرفون الغدير؟ اجتماع، مكان يجتمع فيه الماء بعد السيل في الأرض الصحراء، حفرة كبيرة يكون فيها الماء. فلما مروا بها قام سهل بن حنيف رضي الله عنه فخلع ثيابه يريد يغتسل، وكان جلده أبيض، جسمه أبيض، فرآه عامر بن ربيعة رضي الله عنه فقال: ما رأينا مثل اليوم ولا جلد مخبأة، يعني ما رأينا مثل هذا اليوم مثل هذا الجمال، ولا جلد مخبأة. المخبأة كانت العرب إذا أرادوا يزوجوا امرأة يخبئونها، يضعونها في مكان لا تخرج لا للهواء ولا للشمس حتى تزداد بياضا. قال: ما رأينا مثل اليوم ولا جلد مخبأة، فسقط سهل ابن حنيف في الماء. فجاءوا إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فأخبروه، فجاء النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فأخرجه من الماء، قد سقط في الماء. قال: هل تتهمون أحدا؟ تتهمون أحد أنه أصابه بالعين؟ قالوا: نعم، عامر بن ربيعة قال كذا وكذا. قال: ائتوني به. فلما جاء تغيظ عليه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، يعني قال له قولا شديدا. قال: على ما يقتل أحدكم أخاه؟ على ما يقتل أحدكم أخاه؟ على أي شيء تقتل أخيك؟ ثم قال: إذا استغسلتم فاغسلوا. استغسلتم يعني طلب منك أن تغسل بالماء وتدفعه لأخيك، فاغسلوا، لا تقل لا. ثم أمر بإناء فجيء به وفيه ماء، فقال: توضأ. يقول لعامر العائن: توضأ به. فغسل وجهه فيه، يعني صب الماء على وجهه وهو يتساقط في الإناء، ثم غسل كفيه والماء يتساقط في الإناء، ثم غسل مرفقيه والماء يتساقط في الإناء، ثم غسل ركبتيه تعرف الركبة؟ ركبتيه، ثم غسل أطراف قدميه من الأمام، ثم غسل داخلة إزاره. ما هي داخلة الإزار؟ الذي يلي بدنك من ملابسك. فصب عليه، صب على سهل بن حنيف، فقام كأنما نشط من عقال، كأنه كان مربوطا بحبل ففك الحبل عنه. أنا أوردت هذا الحديث لأبين كيفية الاستشفاء من العين، تكون بأخذ شيء من آثاره. أولا يطلب منه أن يغسل العائن، وإذا اتهمته كيف؟ هل تتهمون أحدا؟ مر معنا الحديث، إذا اتهمت وظننت أو سمعت كلمة من أخيك أو رأيت نظر إليه نظرا منه لك فأصابتك المشكلة، هذه تهمة، لكن لا تجزم، لا تقول والله أنت أصبتني بعين، لا، هذه تهمة. لكن قل له اغسل لي بالطريقة التي ذكرناها. لكن كثير من الناس يقول لا، أنا لست شريرا. نقول ومن قال أن العائن شرير؟ أليس عامر بن ربيعة الصحابي الجليل أصاب بعين؟ من أفضل من الصحابة؟ من سائر الناس؟ فقد تقع العين من الرجل النقي التقي الصالح إذا لم يبرك. ولهذا قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: إذا رأى أحدكم من نفسه أو ماله أو أخيه ما يعجبه فليبرك، فإن العين حق. ومعنى يبرك يقول ما شاء الله تبارك الله، أو يقول اللهم بارك، يدعو له بالبركة. هذا يبطل العين. فإن أبى، بعض الناس يقول أبدا أنا لا أغسل، لو غسلت لك هذا اعتراف بأنني أنا أصبتك بالعين. يؤخذ شيئا من آثاره، تدعوه، تقدم له تمر وإلا زيتون وإلا أي شيء من الطعام. فإذا مضى تأخذ النوى، تعرف النوى الذي بداخل التمر، أو نوى الزيتون تصب عليه ماء، أو تأخذ الكأس الذي شرب منه تصب فيه ماء ثم تدفعه للمريض المعيون الذي أصابه بعين، إن أمكن أن يشربه، وإلا يكثر الماء ويصب عليه صبا ويشفى بإذن الله عز وجل. لو يأخذ طاقيته، يأخذ الفانيلة، تعرف الفانيلة؟
أيوة،
يصب عليها ماء ثم يصبه على المريض، هذا علاج العين. وإذا كنت لا تعرفه فعليك بالاستشفاء بالقرآن، قراءة المعوذات، آيات الحسد، أم يحسدون الناس على ما أتاهم الله من فضله. والقرآن كله شفاء. يقرأ آية الكرسي، ورده اليومي، كل يوم يقرأ جزء أو جزئين، ينوي الأجر وينوي الاستشفاء من العين. ولو جاء بماء عنده أثناء القراءة بماء ثم نفث فيه بعد القراءة ثم صار يشرب منه ويغتسل، بإذن الله تزول عنه العين. من ذلك الحجامة. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: الشفاء في ثلاث: في شرطة محجم، شرطة المحجم، أو لعقة عسل، أو كية من نار، وأنا أنهى أمتي عن الكي، رواه البخاري في صحيح. فيحتجم ويكثر من قراءة القرآن ويدعو الله، يلجأ إلى الله في الدعاء بين الأذان والإقامة، وقت السحر، ساعة الجمعة، يقول ربي مسني الضر وأنت أرحم الراحمين، اللهم اشفني، اللهم عافني. يكثر من الدعوات الثابتة عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الاستشفاء، اللهم رب الناس أذهب الباس واشف أنت الشافي لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. ومثل قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بسم الله أرقيك من كل شيء يؤذيك ومن شر كل نفس وعين حاسد الله يشفيك. أو الدعاء الآخر بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله 3 مرات، أعوذ بعزة الله وقدرته من شر ما أجد وأحاذر 7 مرات. ويحسن الظن بالله ويكثر من ذكره ودعائه، والله على كل شيء قدير. استغفر الله استغفر الله.
As for the response to this question that was asked regarding of the methods or ways regarding curing of ayn, so Shaykh Afdullah, he mentioned regarding concerning this method, the method regarding ayn, that is something which is real, that ayn is something which is real, as the Prophet Islam has informed us of this particular matter, where Islam said in ikhtisar that ayn is something which is real. So then he mentioned that so as for it is something which is real regarding ayn, as we've been informed regarding this, then he mentioned there's nothing that can speed up concerning al-qadr. Then the Shaykh Abdullah, he mentioned, the Prophet Islam mentioned also that that ayn, it enters a person in his grave, so it can somewhat follows a person in his grave. Then he mentioned the Prophet Islam that there's a hadith upon the Prophet Islam that he was on a journey with some of his companions, and they went by this place where there's a pool of water, and one of the companions was there, was Sahl ibn
Sahl ibn
Hunayf, that he mentioned
Amir ibn Rabi',
that he was very of those people that his complexion was a very good complexion. So one of the other companions that he saw this, and he was somewhat taken out, overcome by the beauty or by his other companion, his appearance. As for the process of washing oneself, in brief, that a person washes his face, then he washes his hands, then he washes his elbows, then also the person will wash his knees, then also his feet, and then inside his body. So all that water will be washed, and all of this will be poured into a vessel. Then all of this water is to be used by the person who was inflicted by ayn. By way of this water is to be poured upon him, to be poured upon the person who had been inflicted by ayn. And when they did this for the one who was inflicted by this, he immediately got up as if he was tied, and when the water was poured upon him, as if he was freed from everything and became very active and normal. So this was the way in which they cure concerning ayn. So this is the procedure regarding this. And Shaykh Hafidullah mentioned the hadith. I mentioned the hadith so we can understand and know. You think may have done this, then that person is to be asked that they can somewhat wash themselves in the manner we have described. But the Shaykh Abdullah mentioned that when you seek of the person to do it, don't be as if you're 100% certain that this person did this. Ask the person, this is in a polite way for the person to give you of the water from their body. So not to be one who can somewhat you're accusing the person fully of this act, but ask them politely. Maybe they will want, maybe it was someone else and not per se them. So ask the person to give forth their water from their body after washing themselves regarding this. And the Shaykh says sometimes, even concerning ayn, that sometimes when a person asks another person to do it, the person believes that they have done something wrong and they are not the person of have done this. But also Sheikh mentioned that sometimes the person could be a righteous individual, that he can cause ayn upon a person. And this is because that person may see something which somewhat was pleasing to them about another person, or something that they liked, and they did not mention about Mubarak, the word Mubarak in here, didn't bless the person for that thing. So seeing something, even could be the person the best of intention, you may have seen something good from another person, did not ask for that person to be blessed regarding that matter, and then by this you inflict the person with ayn. So the Shaykh said that's the way to kind of somewhat to remove ayn, or to stop ayn, by the person saying, blessing that person for something good that you may see or observe from them. So the Shaykh Afdallah, he mentioned that, then he mentioned regarding that also, some of the people that know that they don't want to come forward and to assist the person who may, is being befall with ayn. But because of them being accused of such. But then the Shaykh mentioned, if you're unable to get that person to come forward and to do that procedure of washing themselves, then what you can do is to get something from them. So to get something from them in one way or another from the person, and then kind of somewhat put that in by different means, get a part of their clothing, let them drink from a cup, and kind of somewhat use that and pour it in with water, and then the person who is afflicted, they can drink from it, or it can be poured upon them. So the main thing is trying to get something from the person who you think or who you believe, suspect that they have placed ayn upon you, and to use of the whatever you get from them, put it in water, and either you drink of it or you can pour some upon your body. Then the Shaykh also, he mentioned of those things that is to be used regarding this matter is also of curing of ayn, that a person that they're reciting of the Quran, using the Quran also the way to cure yourself. So of the ways of the cure from by way of the Quran, that a person that they read ma'udat, that they read from those last surah from the Quran. Also the person can read also the Quran, ayat al-kursi. Also that a person that those ayat that relates to ayn, that a person that they read them. So all those things can be used. And also the general reading of the Quran. So general use of reading of the Quran can be used with the intention that you're trying to cure yourself from ayn by reading the Quran in general. So that's of the methods that can be used. Also, the Shaykh added another method that can be used for curing of ayn, that a person called hijama. And you know what is hijama? I don't know the word English. So hijama is cupping, is also of the ways that can be done regarding the cure of an ayn. And the Prophet that he mentioned that that there's of three things that is a cure, and he mentioned الثلاثة الأول
شرطة محكم. شرطة هذا هو الحجامة.
Which is the first of those three things. He mentioned the Prophet of a cure that hijama, also using of honey, and then he mentioned also the use concerning that a burning method, but he said it's not this way, is this like, and the hadith is in Sahih Bukhari. But the hadith is a shahid, it mentioned regarding the use of hijama as a form of curing. Then the Shaykh Abdullah, he mentioned that again, emphasizing regarding the use of the Quran, that sometimes people may not want to come forward, but use the Quran also as a way of curing of ayn. And then Shaykh, he mentioned also again concerning dua, and of those times that are more appropriate, a better time regarding a more appropriate time regarding a dua between the adhan and the iqamah. Also the person yawmul jum'ah, at the time that the dua is accepted. Then also another method that a person can use is regarding making use of those supplication, the Prophet that he used regarding when he was going through regarding different type of illness. So making use of prophetic supplication that is used, and the Prophet Shaykh Abdullah, he mentioned a few of them. So we say that go back to some authentic book that mentions some of the supplication regarding when a person experiencing some form of illness. And look, نعم
خلاص
بقي
كنا ننتهي إذا شئتم خلاص نطول معي أنا ما عندي مانع بس أظن خلاص
بقي واحد
حتى تكون 5 أسئلة.
طيب
فضيلة الشيخ، ما هي توجيهاتكم لمن لا يريد الزواج؟
من لا يريد زواج. ما شاء الله مستعان.
So the question is, what is the advice for a person who doesn't want to get married?
أقول أسأل الله يشفيه هذا المريض، أسأل الله يمن عليه بالشفاء. مثل هذا حصل في زمن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. جاء 3 نفر ورأوا عمل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فكأنهم تقالوه، فقال أحدهم أنا لا أتزوج النساء، وقال الآخر أنا أصوم الدهر كله، وقال الآخر أنا أقوم الليل كله. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما بال أقوام يقولون كذا وكذا، ثم قال أما إني أتزوج النساء وأقوم وأنام وأصوم وأفطر، فمن رغب عن سنتي فليس مني. يكفي هذا. ترضى أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول لك ما أنت مني، لست مني ولست منك، لست من حزبي ولست من جندي؟ والله ما يرضى أحد هذا. ثم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم حث على الزواج، قال يا معشر الشباب من استطاع منكم الباءة فليتزوج فإنه أغض للبصر وأحصن للفرج. فمن لم يستطع فعليه بالصيام فإنه له وجاء، صيام يقطع عنه الشهوة. فنقول لهذا الأخ اتق الله، لا ترغب عن سنة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. وإذا كان ما عندك فلوس عليك بالصيام، الزم الصيام، لكن أظن لو صام شهرا سيتزوج بالشهر الثاني، ما يبقى. لا يا أخي، لا يا أخي، اتق الله، كن مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم، كن من جنده، من حزبه، ممن يتأسى به ويقتدي به. هذه سنة الله، هذه سنة عظيمة الزواج. أسأل الله العلي العظيم أن يوفق الجميع للعلم النافع والعمل الصالح. وأعتذر عن الإطالة عليكم، لكن أعدكم إن شاء الله لو استطعت غدا أن أخذ وقتا للإجابة على شيء من الأسئلة لفعلته. والحقيقة أنا لا أخفيكم أنني سررت جدا بهذا الحضور، ما كنت أظن في لندن حضور مثل هذا، وقلت لماذا تضيع وقتك تذهب إلى لندن؟
تكون الزيارة،
لكن الحقيقة رأيت شيء أعجبني كثيرا. نزلت أنا أكثر من مرة ومررت بالأدوار ومررت بالغرف. أسأل الله يزيدكم من فضله ويجعل هذا الجهد الذي تبذلونه وهذا الجلوس في ميزان حسناتكم، وأن يجعله رفعة لكم في الدنيا والآخرة. صلى الله وسلم وبارك على ما عبده ورسوله نبينا.
So what we do now, we'll just translate what was just mentioned, then we'll call the adhan and go into salat, and then what we mentioned will come to an end for tonight inshallah ta'ala. So as for the quick translation regarding what the Shaykh mentioned regarding the person who does not wish to marry, then Shaykh said, that one, you have, the person maybe is not very well, that could be a possibility. But then he mentioned that as for the person, then that regarding the response to this, then we can respond by way of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ regarding this particular matter. So the hadith of the Prophet that mentioned regarding concerning that that there were 3 individuals who came to him that did certain act. One of those persons between themselves that they decided that one said that I will not get married. So that's the first one. The second one said that as for myself that I'll continuously every day I'll fast. As for the third, that he mentioned that, as for myself, every night I'll stay up and I'll pray. So decide between themselves that each will do of these acts regarding trying to push themselves. Then when it was brought to the Prophet Islam attention regarding what those people have said, then Islam was kind of somewhat admonished them by saying that, as for myself, the Prophet Islam, that as for me, that I marry women, that I get married, and also that I fast some days and some days I do not fast. And also that some night I fast part of the night and a part I do not fast. Then he mentioned that alayhi salam, the shahid, that the person who moves away from my sunnah is not from me. The person who moves away and not then is not from me alayhi salam. So Shaykh mentioned that, so that's concerning And also there's a second hadith from the Prophet ﷺ regarding this particular matter, where Elias mentioned, Ya Mashur Shabab, that oh you youths, then he mentioned that, that the one who's able to get married, then get married. But if you're not able, then to get married, then the person, then he should fast. Then a person that he should fast in brief. So the Shaykh Hafidhullah, he mentioned that this is the way kind of somewhat regarding protecting one eyes, and the person regarding protecting of one eyes, then the person protecting himself if he's unable to get married, then he fasts so as to protect himself from the things that he may see. So the Shaykh said, as for this person, my brother, that I ask of him to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that the person should not try to go away from the sunnah Prophet Islam regarding this matter concerning getting married. And if the person may not have the wealth to get married, then still doesn't require the person to abstain from marriage completely. Then he mentioned that regarding this particular matter is from the sunnah, which is something which is a great sunnah regarding that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made for mankind regarding getting married. So it is something that one should try to be amongst those who are classed and deemed to be of those ones who are within the arm of the Prophet Islam by the person acting upon this act of the sunnah, which is something which is great regarding the matter concerning getting married. So Shaykh Hafidhullah, after answering, he kind of somewhat said, as for just a general statement, that he is very happy and pleased that when he came to this country, he did not have the expectation of this response. So he was somewhat in between, but when he came and saw the response, that it was something that he was unable to, what he had seen, to imagine that he would have received this type of response. So it made him somewhat very happy and delighted to be with the brothers and to see your faces, but he was somewhat overcome regarding your response that you have come out and fill the message regarding coming attend the lesson, and that you should try to keep this up, that you should try to maintain this. So this inshallah ta'ala will come to an end regarding tonight. We wish to thank all for the involvement. نشكر فضيلة أصحاب المشايخ